This song written by the great Chandler Hurd. Thanks for.
It's an original. It's a great song.
It's got a
so
bop,
we won't get
some
copyright.
jams. Yep.
It's happy.
It is Tuesday. I think it's Tuesday. Yeah.
Tuesday the 14th.
Tuesday the 14th. How you
Here we
doing?
are.
Surviving the corona.
Absolutely.
Patrick.
And the charges on here. Patrick.
We're starting!
Welcome to the
What
show.
up?
It's Tuesday the 14th. Hope you're surviving, and I cannot wait till we can hear Patrick Neal
Live
tell
and
us
in person, man.
we're starting right, in person,
Yeah.
yelling at us, cleaning up your trash in the game room, your drinks everywhere,
Turning off the games.
Turning
when you're
off the
right in the middle
games.
of it.
Miss it.
That'll be
I
a good
miss
day.
all of you, even the annoying people. I miss you.
But we're not going to tell you who you are.
Yeah, because you know who you
That's
are.
rude.
Hey, I'm gonna take my gum out. That's what I'm gonna do
No,
right
that's
now
what's happening
because
before the show.
my wife will just be so mad because I chomp the gum, I chew it.
It's
She
horrible.
gets really mad.
Especially when you're thinking and we're planning things.
Hey, today's show. It's Tuesday. Happy Tuesday.
Brr, brr, brr.
On today's show, we got Dylan Manley, my good friend Dylan Manley. He is part of the hysterical Hurt and Manley. I don't know if you've heard of them.
I've heard of them.
Brilliant. They are brilliant. They are so good.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk to them.
They're like the skit guys, but better.
And then we're going to do a bracket check-in. We're going to do a bracket check-in with the villains, the Disney villains.
Yeah.
So we'll be talking to Sean about that. And then Waffle House
Wanda.
We
got a new friend to introduce you to.
We're going to
We've
check
known
in
her.
with her.
We've loved her.
Well, we love
You're
Waffle
gonna
House.
love
We met her, and let's check in with her.
Yep.
Flashlight trivia. We did this
Middle school
yesterday.
boy edition.
Middle school boy edition. So
Yep,
that ought to
so-
be something. And then question of the day,
Mm-hmm.
and then devotion.
Devo by
So
Sam.
yeah, so it's a good show. So
That'd be so
thanks for
good.
being here.
Yeah.
And it's Tuesday. So thanks so much for me. Tomorrow's show. Hey, tomorrow comedian Bob Smiley will be here.
We'll be here.
We won't be here.
He'll be on Zoom.
He'll be on.
But he'll be here because you're
Yeah.
with us here.
Yeah, so tomorrow,
YouTubers.
catch that out. And if you don't know Bob Smiley, you can Google him, look him up. He travels all over the place, so he's going to be here tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Pumped about that.
Woohoo.
But let's check our headlines this morning.
Let's do it.
If you didn't know, we're in a pandemic. So that seems
Are
like,
we?
That
Tell me
seems,
more
That
about
seems
this.
like about all that we can talk about. All the news is pandemic, but
Yeah.
there's a little bit of news. Not much,
Yes.
but it's probably it's all
Corona
Corona related.
Mhm.
XFL went bankrupt,
Yeah.
so if you
Which is-
were
they filed for yesterday, right?
and shut it all down. It's the second time. So
Yeah.
and I
And
went to
they
a
just
game.
started back up.
I know. I went to
Yeah.
the Dallas Renegades game. I was pretty excited about it. I thought it was a good vibe. It was in the old Arlington Stadium, the baseball stadium. They turned it into a football stadium. I thought it was good. And you could just walk around. It wasn't like,
Yeah.
the Cowboys are, well, number one, it's expensive. But
Mhm.
number two, it's just not a good vibe in there. And
Yeah.
people were dressed up like crazy. It was awesome.
And they were
but-
in the old Ranger Stadium,
Old
right?
Ranger
Is that-
Stadium,
yeah.
right? But no more.
That's a
XFL
bummer.
folded up and done. So
Yeah.
goodbye football, and we're just hoping
Goodbye,
the football,
football.
will come back for. Which the NFL draft's coming in like 10 days. So
Can't wait.
Pumped! I can't wait. Go
I've
Dolphins!
been waiting since
We're
the Super
finally
Bowl for
gonna
this.
get it. We're finally gonna make a team, and then we'll probably be able to play. So that's how that's gonna work. And then yesterday, Brittany, this is true. And a man waiting for his stimulus check. Trump sending out the checks. Our government helping us out, sending out check. Have you got yours yet?
Not yet.
Me neither. I haven't got mine yet. But this man yesterday went to his bank account. Just check on it. Make sure.
Yeah.
Did he get it?
Sure.
And in his bank account, the U.S. government sent $82 million into his account.
That's so much money.
Cha-ching!
I think I would flip out if that
What?
happened.
$82 million. Now, just so you know, they took it back real fast. But for just a minute,
Sure.
for just a
This
brief
guy was a
moment,
multimillionaire.
this guy thought, I'm living large. So how cool is I'm
What
writing
a kind
I'm writing
gesture
very
that
big
would be.
checks. I'm writing very super big checks. $82 million checks. That's the kind of checks that I'm writing. They're huge. What would you do? What would you do if $82 million?
$82 million?
If you
I'd do a lot.
if you got to spend it.
Yeah.
Of course you
I
would
would-
give to the church.
Yeah, absolutely. And some other ministries and charities that I love.
Mm-hmm.
I'd travel, buy a house,
Yeah.
buy a few houses, buy a lake house.
Yeah.
What would you do?
I give it all to Africa.
Would you?
Mm-hmm.
I
Every
don't
single
think
bit of
you
it.
would.
Big checks, Brittany, writing big checks. They're so big. They're breaking the bank. They're so big. Anyway, hey.
Wow.
$82 stimulus mistake.
$1 million.
$82 million.
Wouldn't it be a bad thing if they just gave $82?
Yeah.
Like that was the mistake.
Yeah, there
You're
you
supposed
go.
to get a couple of thousand.
But hey, don't
$82.
worry. He did get his stimulus check. They just took away the $82 million. So, anyway, hey, let's get to it. My good friend is here with us, Dylan Manley, again of the Hysterical. We have a video. Do we not?
We do have a video.
This is of us. People don't know this, Brittany. We travel. We get to do some
don't
stuff.
talk. I accidentally called you.
Oh, we're calling Dylan.
But
well,
we're going to show the video.
There he is.
There
the
he
bearded
is.
wonder. Dylan, we're going to show a video real quick of us doing
What's up, y'all?
Yeah.
You won't see it, so just hang on. It's coming.
Where did it go?
Oh, is it gone?
You're coming.
Here it is.
Your face.
But did we? No, we did not. We also thought about this, and this one is totally ridiculous, but it's possible. What if you got to camp or church and your youth workers, I say plural, were Scooby and Shaggy?
Here we go. What if your youth workers were Scooby and Shaggy? Like, hey, Scoob, like, check out all these kids, man. Like, there's a whole slew of them, and they want to learn about Jesus. Oh, boy. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to turn to our Bibles to John chapter 8.
I like John.
and then we're going to learn about the Holy Ghost.
Ghost?
Like, did you say ghost?
Yes.
Like, let's get out of here, Scoob. So that's what that one other than Chewy. Excuse me, Chewy, I had a question about the Bible. I was going to see if you could... I was going to... Okay, just going to see. Okay. Thanks, Chewy.
Again.
What?
I feel like it would be like I feel like a part of that would be awesome to have as a youth worker, but the other part would be terrifying. Because if you forgot, you could like rip your arm off, like it'd be
For the ring bands. All right.
I feel like it diminished.
Yeah, they were with us, and then we did that, and then we're back.
gone.
What if your youth
And we're
worker,
so sorry for this.
yeah, was Gollum? I'll help you all. There must be such. I'll help you. No, we don't hate him. Master is our friend. No, I'll help you. He wants to take my precious.
Again, I don't know.
There
you have it.
There it is.
And here is
Dylan
man himself.
Manley, what is up?
What's up, bro? How are you?
Man, stuck in quarantine. And,
Yeah, well, that's good. The world does not need you unleashed on anybody else.
That's fair.
true.
That's fair. What have
This
you been
quarantine
doing,
is the greatest thing that's ever happened to the greater Frisco area because you have to stay inside.
man? Oh,
Wow.
that's somewhat true. That's somewhat true. What have you been doing?
I'm technically outside the home. I'm actually in my office right now, or in the office, because I have a 7-year-old and a 5-year-old, and so no work gets done at home. So I'm here in our conference room right now.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
but
Are
yeah,
other
trying to
people
stay
there?
sane in this whole thing, man. It's crazy.
Are people there? But just you?
Usually it's just me. There's a couple people here like milling around right now, but usually I'm one of the only ones up here because everybody else obeys the rules, and then there's me.
You're like, Corona or stay at home with the kids? Yeah, I'll take the Corona.
I'll roll the dice.
Hey, people don't know this, but we've been doing whatever it is that we do.
Who knows what it is?
They just saw it, so
Yeah. For how
you're
long?
welcome, everyone.
How long have we known each
We've
other?
been doing it 2007 was the first summer we started traveling together.
So we've been doing stupid things on stages since 2007.
Yes, and stupid things independently since before we were born. So that's 4. I don't know. Since we were born, not before we were born. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe we did some weird stuff in utero. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah.
This got weird.
You're a youth pastor also. Where are you at?
Yeah. I'm at First Baptist Denton, so just a few miles west of where you are.
We're neighbors, dude. We're practically neighbors.
Hey, won't you be my neighbor?
Oh, amen.
Amen.
Too soon.
But not like next door. So
okay, yeah. Let's don't get crazy.
Like at least a few blocks away.
Yeah. So Dylan, we have traveled. Give us. We really people don't know seriously, but we have done some pretty big gigs. We've done some very small gigs.
Yeah.
Give me some. Give me one of your best, smallest gigs we've ever done.
Like real favorite or like ironically favorite?
Yeah, like the most horrible thing we've done.
Oh man, probably like my third gig ever with you guys was we were in Childress, Texas, for an event, and yeah, that's got to be like all-time top like worst experiences for a performer ever. Like it was all around. Everything about it was a terrible circumstance. You remember that gig? Yeah.
So the youth pastor who booked us had left the church, and so by the time we get there, he's gone.
Yeah. So they don't. The people at the church have no idea. They're like they just know that somebody's coming. They have no idea who we are. They haven't promoted it. They haven't told their students about it even, and all this. And they booked us for a fifth quarter, right? And it was like their homecoming, but they got destroyed on homecoming by whoever their opponent was. And so the students were in a really like ticked off mood, and there were people crying and parents were mad, and it was a whole thing. And then there was no sound guy. Remember that?
Yeah. Yeah. We were like, where do we hook up our microphones? He's like, I don't know. There's a sound system over there. It was like in a closet with just dust all over it.
On wheels. And like they rolled it out. They were like, all right, y'all figure it out. And they literally walked off.
Oh, no.
And I should say I do remember this. I'm not sure why I remember this, but that the guy who helped us, he had the most tight Wrangler jeans I've ever seen in my entire life. Like they were painted on jeans. Like it was crazy. And then like cowboy boots and like this big old 10-gallon hat and a sweet mustache though. He had a nice mustache.
And so then when it's time to start, there's probably about 30 kids in there.
Total, but they're at the back of the room eating sandwiches and whatnot.
Yeah. They're eating hoagies. Of
course they are.
They're eating hoagies.
That's what it was, hoagies, yeah.
Yeah. So tell us how the guy introduces us. And what's happening in the room.
Well, first of all, the same gentleman with the painted on pants, he asks us, would you like me to do an introduction? We're like, yeah, we want the kids to come up and participate in the show and all this kind of stuff. And no lie, he gets up there, he grabs the mic, which I don't think was on, to be quite honest. And all he says in the most monotone voice possible, all right, I reckon y'all ought to scoot up and get ready for the comedy troupe. And then he puts the microphone down and walks off the stage. And Chris, how many people moved forward?
There was nobody. Nobody moved. They were all in the back eating hoagies. And so we're trying to start this show in like this renovated fellowship hall. And everybody just staring at us. It was the worst ever.
It's horrible.
And then
finally some kids came up because we called them out. We're like, y'all come on up here, and like a handful of kids. But meanwhile, the adults were still in the back, and the whole time they're just talking as loud as they can about bad calls the refs made and all this kind of stuff. And we were just like, okay, let's cut this thing short. Zip, 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 head on out.
Yeah, I think we were supposed to do like 5 skits, and I think we did like 2, and we had all of our merch table set up. And we just threw all that crap in and just like got out of Dodge fast.
Yeah. At the time, we had merch that nobody bought, so that was fun. That was fun.
Oh, hey, I want to show people this. I don't know if you can see this, Dylan, but at one time,
dude, I've still got one.
We made rulers for this event. Don't let Satan rule your life, huh?
Yep.
And look at that.
I've still got mine.
Hurting Manley on the back. Yeah.
Most creative merchandising of all time. We are marketing geniuses.
These people did not want these whatsoever. We thought this was so cool. People were like, I don't want it. I'm good.
I think the only item we ever sold that sold less copies than the ruler was the book of skits that we had written, which sold like one copy.
I think we sold like 3.
People saw our skits, they were like, I don't want to perform this.
People are like, why would you perform it, and why would my kids want to perform it?
I've already seen it. I'll be darned if I take it back to my church and let them perform it. I can't sit through this twice.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's so good. Well, we have also when we go to camps and stuff, people do something really crazy. They give us a golf cart.
And that's on them. That's their mistake.
Yeah. We've been to several camps, and we get into our room, and then they're like, oh, you guys have a golf cart, which is a huge mistake.
Oh.
Yeah, and immediately our eyes light up, and they can usually see it, and they go, oh, no, this was a mistake. And we say, too late. We already have the keys.
Yeah. Tell us about...
But hold on. Before we go that far, and just in case a golf camp does not give us a golf cart, I do have a universal golf cart key at all times on my keychains that we have used several times, allegedly, when we weren't given a golf cart.
Yeah.
These are things we probably shouldn't tell the whole world.
I said allegedly.
Oh.
Yeah, we can't.
I mean...
But one night, Dylan, we played a game called Golf Cart Football. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I think it was probably better than the XFL, actually. So.
And the premise was we'd throw a football in the middle of the field.
Yeah.
And 3 of us had golf carts, and we would take the golf cart into the middle of the field, and sometimes we'd hit the golf carts.
The goal was to pick up the football and like go to the other end zone without getting either hit or intercepted or cut off by the other golf cart. And this is all done at night, by the way, and there's not much light outside. And there's no lights on the golf carts either, so it's a really safe idea that we had.
Yeah. And we slammed them several. This is like day 2 of this camp we've never been to.
I think it was night 1.
Oh, night 1, yeah.
It was night 1.
And we bent the frame on that golf cart was like this.
Yes, it was no longer a straight line. It was a 45-degree angle.
So we're in worship the next morning. We just finished a skit. We're out there in the crowd worshiping, and the leader comes up and says, "You boys wouldn't know anything about a frame on a golf cart." I was like, "No, sir."
Nah.
Cool.
And then you said, "Well, it depends on who's asking."
Yeah,
I remember that.
And then
his response was,
"Let's don't do that again tonight."
And then what happened?
And then that night,
we might have done it again. Again, allegedly, we might have done it again.
Yeah,
I don't know. But I do want to say that same group that like told us to quit doing that, like the 3rd night, they got the golf carts when all the kids had gone. You remember this?
Yeah.
And we're driving with no lights, like on these trails that have no idea where the hairpin turns are. And they're like flying off of ledges and stuff, and they're yelling at us for ramming them into each other.
Yeah, come on. Now,
and all I remember about that night was there were spider webs everywhere, and I was covered, and I was just freaking out.
On you. Yeah, you can't see it. They're just on the path.
Oh, it's sick.
Ugh, so gross. Tell me about the time that you almost killed us coming off of the mountain in Missouri. So,
kids, again.
I like how you laugh. You laugh. You almost killed me.
Yeah, well, but did you die? No. Okay, so let's move on. Kids, this is one of those do as we say, not as we do moments. You and I were doing a 2-week-long camp, or it's 2 camps back to back at Camp Windermere in Missouri. And so if they ever see this, we're definitely not getting asked back, which the chances of that are slim anyway. But we were doing this camp, and they had golf carts that you could rent at the place. Of course, they weren't going to give us one. We had to rent one. And so we rented a golf cart, but they were super slow because they had a governor on them. So they would regulate. You could only go so fast. But we've discovered, and by the way, this camp is on a bunch of hills, like big hills. That's up in the Ozarks. We discovered that if you put that sucker in neutral, the governor doesn't work. And so you can fly down some of these hills. And so the entrance to the camp had this, it was probably honestly about a 1/4 mile long hill that just went 45 degrees, it felt like, straight up. And so it took us like 10 minutes to drive to the top of it in that golf cart because it was like struggling. And we get to the top of that hill, and I'm driving. Chris is sitting in the passenger seat, and there was another guy named Chris hanging onto the back. You remember that?
Yeah.
And so I'm like, all right, y'all ready? Yeah, let's do it. So I pop it in neutral, take my foot off the brake, and we just start rolling. And I don't know how fast we were going, but it was pretty fast on a golf cart with no seatbelts. And we get to the bottom, and there's a structure, like a building in front of it, and there's no time to stop. So I just kind of go off into the gravel and turn. And when I do, the golf cart goes on two wheels. Chris on the back flies off. Chris on the front flies out. And I'm trying to keep the golf cart from turning over, which I did. It did not turn over, but there was just bodies everywhere. And I remember the other Chris, he was one of the camera guys. He had like, his arm was all scraped up, and he had like rocks stuck in his leg and stuff. And I escaped fairly unscathed, other than a heart attack.
My life flashed before me, and it was real sad.
Now, here's the crazy part. Did that stop us from trying it again later?
No.
It did not. But that's another story for another time.
But hey, I will say that, Dylan, if any camp out there is watching or whatever, we have matured some, so we don't do that anymore.
Ever. No, we wouldn't dream of doing anything like that on tape.
You give us a golf cart, we're just going to take it to where we need to go, and that's it.
We're going to go point A to point B.
Yeah. So
that's it.
Sure.
And there might be a few stops between point A and point B, but we're going to get from point A to point B. That's correct.
No one will know this, but we had a girl in our group for a while.
Yeah.
And Dylan one night actually hit the girl on the golf cart. I didn't see her,
in fairness.
And she flew.
Like she was standing, right?
Yeah, she was just standing up. And Dylan ran into her on the cart.
Okay, I feel like I need to defend myself here, so let me explain the situation a little bit. And Ashley, if you're watching, sorry, but also not sorry, because it made for a great moment in my life. But we had the grass we were on was muddy, and we had been going around and like driving fast and then hitting the brakes and turning so that we would fishtail throughout the mud. And I was trying to pull up beside y'all, do like a Dukes of Hazzard type thing, and I spun too much, and the back end of the golf cart hit Ashley in the legs and knocked her about 8 feet in the air. And do I feel bad about it? Yes. Do I feel real bad about it? No.
Yeah. The rest of the night, it was just us apologizing.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
Yeah. So.
And then I got hit in the face with a tire at one point, and that's neither here nor there.
That's a whole other deal. Well, hey.
This post brought to you by Lucas Kitchen.
Lucas Kitchens, if you're watching, we owe you some cash, and we're sorry. Dylan, I'm going to throw this on you.
Okay.
It's a favorite character of mine. Students may not know it, but I think it's funny nonetheless. Can you give us some Harry Carey?
Wow. Yeah, you did throw that on me. I'm ill prepared for this. I'm in an office. There are people around, but
yes.
See what I can do. I got to get into character. Got to get my hair kind of crazy here. Hey, welcome to what is this we're on? Zoom. Scott. Hey, the last time I was on Zoom, it was on a telephoto lens looking at the moon, which we all know is made of green cheese. There, that's terrible. I don't know where I was going with that. That was I don't know.
I love it, man.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. Pretty wild. The only person who likes me to do that more than you is Sammy Lopez. Sammy Lopez goes nuts.
Yeah.
So you've been to Israel with Sammy, and so have I. And the whole time I was in Israel, I was doing that. Like we're in the middle of Jerusalem, and I'm doing Harry Carey. It's so weird.
I love that.
Oh man. Well, dude, we got to run, but man, I just wanted the students to see you and
bro,
catch up with you, do some stories.
Yeah, man, it's fun.
It's good. It's good to see you and
relive the good times. You know that $82 million you mentioned a while ago from the that stimulus package mistake.
Yeah,
that's about what we make on an average gig. So
yeah, at least.
Right.
Is it?
Yeah.
We're.
I'll start putting that.
I mean, we're pretty well off because of our comedy prowess.
Yeah.
So.
What would you say? What do you call it? The Hurt Manley pie?
Hurt Manley pie. We like to.
Yeah.
We never get a whole pie, but we get slices every now and again.
Sit down. Well, hey, if your students are really bored and you're watching this, head on over to Hurt and Manley. Follow us on the Instagram.
Yep.
Follow us on the Twitter.
I think we have a TikTok that we've contributed one thing to.
Oh yeah.
There's about 5 things.
There's 5 things on our TikTok. So if you're
all
super
from one
bored,
night, it's fine.
Yeah.
Hey, once the quarantine's over though, we'll TikTok it back up.
Yeah. And then
Probably not.
if you follow us on other social media, we post something about once every 6 months. So
Yeah,
enjoy.
so you can be informed about what happened 6 months ago and what may be coming up in the next 6 months. But we can't guarantee that. So
All right. Well, hey,
check out our
listen.
biannual posts.
Oh, wait, before we go, Dylan,
Yeah.
can we show Fat Dylan? Oh,
What?
I didn't give it to you.
No,
Did you?
you didn't give me a picture.
Oh, next
Do you have
time.
it on your phone?
Next time. No. I
don't
meant to
have
put a picture. Dylan, how big of a boy you used to be?
At my biggest, I was 305.
Dang.
305 pounds, LBs.
Man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was fun.
And if
It was a
you
lot of
guys,
fun,
I
of
wish
course.
you guys, I'll pull it up next time, but you have
Yeah.
the cutest wife. I don't know how you got her at 300 pounds, but.
Well, it's all that charm. And I think she could tell that my comedy was gonna net us some major money, as it has. So she can see that early on. She's a money digger. So.
Oh, gosh.
All right.
I think that's all the time we have.
We gotta go. Dylan, good to see you, man. Hurt
Good to
Manley,
see you, man.
check us out.
Bye.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Good friend Dylan. And Brittany, you help a lot too with Hurt and Manly. So anyway, there it is.
I've been sucked into the Hurt and Manly gig.
HurtandManly.com. So yeah, tell your friends. Or actually, you can book us, FBC Frisco. You can book us. All right. Hey, which brings us to our question of the day, which makes no sense whatsoever, but it will later. Here's our question of the day, Brittany. What is your favorite breakfast restaurant? Your favorite breakfast restaurant? What would you say? I want to go. I'm a McDonald's guy for the breakfast.
That's of all the breakfast restaurants.
I'm not saying it's the best, but I love it. Like a good Egg McMuffin. Nothing better.
It is great.
Nothing better.
Sure.
If you're gonna go sit down,
the new Whataburger breakfast sandwich is pretty good.
I haven't had that.
That's
I had
great.
the airport version, so I think it's different.
Probably different. Yeah. But sit down. I really love First Watch in Frisco.
Okay.
Yeah.
First Watch.
Like if I'm gonna go to breakfast in Frisco, that's what I want.
Original Pancake House has the best chocolate
delicious.
milk.
Yes.
That chocolate milk though. It's so good.
I also love. Well, Madeline has a breakfast sandwich that I also love. It's croissant.
And we
delicious.
started the show talking about this episode 1, the Wendy's. I don't know if anybody's tried it. I have not yet gone to Wendy's.
They have a new breakfast.
They have a new breakfast.
Yeah.
I guess it's not new now. It's quarantine tested and approved. What are people saying on the chat?
Ryan's, IHOP.
Oh, Ryan's. Oh, yeah.
Rosa's.
IHOP. Oh, I have not had Rosa's.
No, I love Rudy's breakfast tacos.
Okay.
They do a good job.
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A, First Watch. Kaylee Bicknell, we should go. After quarantine, obviously.
Yeah.
Pancake or IHOP or Pancake Cafe, whatever it's called. I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Barney's Brunch House, it is also
Barney's.
very good.
But not to be confused with the, I love you. That's a different Barney's. I wouldn't recommend going there.
I don't think anyone questioned that.
Nope.
But thank you for the clarification.
Yeah, in case you thought you're going to get in there and it's going to get weird. It's called Barney's. All right. Well, speaking of, Brittany, you love Waffle House.
I love Waffle House.
And it's currently quarantined, shut down, just like everything else.
Uh-huh.
But we wanted to check in with Wanda, the Waffle House waitress. Let's see if we can get Wanda and see what she's up to.
So,
Wanda!
How you doing, baby?
Hey, Wanda, it's so good to see you. I haven't seen you in such a long time. How are you?
It was so good to see you and that Dylan, that crazy. I remember y'all came out to our Waffle House one night and y'all just made me laugh.
Now, Wanda, what have you been doing during this quarantine?
I tell you, I've been, catching up on my stories, Days of Our Lives, Young and the Restless. I tell you, it reminds me of my 3 ex-husbands in the 90s, And, but I tell you what I've been doing. I've been getting more serious about the Lord.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's very good.
Yeah.
I love that.
I've been watching all the Left Behinds, and I'm ready to teach Sunday school again. I tell you. I've been like looking at them characters in Left Behind, and then I've been saying one of them. I think the Nikolai Carpathia, he might be Trump, or somebody that's trying to bring world peace. So,
And so I'm gonna volunteer to teach Sunday school again. The Lord has called me again.
That's so good. That's so good. Now, what are
Well,
your
I'm
thoughts?
trying to do. I'm on the YouTube. I'm on the YouTube. Yes, they're driving me nuts. I tell you, I'm ready to go outside and do some push-ups. Hey, baby, get out. Get back outside. Okay.
Now, Wanda, have you been watching any of the God's Not Dead? I know you love
Oh,
those.
I tell you, that's so good. I got saved again when I watched God's Not Dead. I tell you what, when that professor, he got what he deserves and didn't believe in God. And, when he got run over and then he believed in God after that, I tell you, that'll make you believe in the Lord more than the corona will.
Now, Wanda, what are your thoughts on the Corona?
I tell you one thing, I work at Waffle House, okay? Did I mention that in the show?
Yeah, you did.
I mean, I met my last two husbands from there, and but I'm gonna tell you, we didn't even know there was a corona because we ain't scared. It's still open. You can come see us, and let me tell you, there's worse things in that Waffle House than the coronavirus. I tell you that much right now.
I believe that.
We are immune from the coronavirus. Baby, I tell you, I put worse things in your hash bowl than I did that's in that coronavirus.
Now,
I do love
now
the
Wanda,
hash bowl. It's so good.
Wanda, have you gotten your stimulus check yet?
I've been checking that mailbox. I don't know how to turn on the computer. I mean, I had to get my grandson to turn this on and my nephew to turn the YouTube on. But I've been checking that mailbox. I ain't seen a daggone check. I tell you. I called up to that president 4 or 5 times. I can't get him, but I've been asking.
What are you going to do?
Need something.
What are you going to do with your once you get that money, Wanda?
You know them little them pills that make hyper kids not hyper anymore. I might invest in those. And just make them still, and make them drool, and they don't get on my nerves and make me pull my hair out more. Probably that.
I can't wait.
I tell you what, my homeschool is mowing the grass, doing the work.
Well, Wanda, is the Waffle House open currently, or what's the status? When can you get back in there?
I'm there. We're open, baby. I mean, if you come see me, I can find something to cook up for you. You sit behind the counter and you can do your show in there if you want to, and I'll cook up something. I mean, I go there every day. I ain't bothering us. Now, I can't speak for no Waffle House that might be in them northern states because those people are crazy. I can only speak for Texas.
Well, Wanda. Last question. What is your favorite dish up there at the Waffle House?
I like a little mixed mash, a little hash brown, eggs, bacon, gravy, chili, a little ash in your hash. I can whip up Wanda special for you, boy. It'll make your stomach turn to iron. I tell you, and you won't ever get any. You won't have to worry about no diseases ever again, or plagues, or whatever may befall the world, as they say.
This is making
Don't
me
it
feel
say
good
in Ezekiel that something about the presidents are going to rise out of the sea and fight each other, and then the end's going to come, or something like that? Something says something in there I read when I was a little girl in Sunday school, and I heard the preacher talk about it. I was too busy holding hands with my boyfriend on the back row, though, I tell you.
Where's he at now? Do you keep up with him?
Oh, that's a long time ago, baby. I told you I had 4 husbands in the 90s, and, I kind of keep that Waffle House check protected,
Well, Wanda, we got to go, but man, be safe out there and keep studying that Left Behind series.
I'm closer than I've ever been. I'm gonna get myself right. I'm gonna get these kids and everybody, and we're gonna get back in that church house, and we're gonna come see you. Okay? I'm thankful for youth pastors like you that can watch my kids while I catch up on soap operas. So I'm gonna bring them up there to you. And what's that called? Blue Frisco? What is it?
It's Blue, yeah, Blue Frisco.
Roof, I'm gonna bring them up there. I don't care how far I have to drive. We're coming up there. All right. We'll come up 380 and drop them kids off. I tell you, I'm thankful for you.
Wanda, it's so good to see you. Be safe, and we'll talk soon.
I'll send them to camp and pray they get corona. I'm just kidding. All right. I'll see you later, baby. Love you.
You're dying.
I can't. I don't know if anybody else is watching, but that's for me. Oh, I love Wanda. I miss seeing her. I miss seeing her down there at the Waffle House.
Wow.
Ooh, what you love the Waffle
I
House?
love
Brittany.
Waffle House.
You
It makes
love
me
it.
feel real good about my immune system.
Yeah,
That's what goes on behind the scenes.
yeah.
And
So you're good.
I'm,
Okay, well let's. We did a
it makes me
bracket.
miss Waffle House. Though,
Oh, yeah.
so
We
that's a bummer.
we did a bracket recently, and here to check on it is our very own Sean, and we've been doing Disney villains. That's kind of our test. Not people aren't as passionate. We found out about this as they
The
are.
Little Debbies were.
The Little Debbies. So
Yeah.
let's check in with our bracket. And oh, Sean, how are you?
Oh, he's staring at Wanda.
I just finished watching Wanda. That's my new favorite thing in all the world.
She's a gem. I miss her.
What a treasure.
Now, Sean, before we discuss this bracket, I got some beef. You said Waffle House is boo in the comments.
Well, I'm a fan now.
That's good because our friendship was on the line for a few minutes.
You know I don't like Waffle House because I've only been there once.
Oh, you haven't had that bowl
Yeah.
that she spoke of. That's why.
I need to get some ash in the hash.
Oh, it's so good. Well, when this is all over, that'll be our first stop. We'll head over to the Waffle
We can
House.
just go now. I mean,
No, they're actually kind of closed.
Oh,
A little.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of them are closed.
That's
Well, Sean,
unfortunate.
you got a new background. What's going on?
Yeah, I got tired of sitting in that office for everything, so now we're in the backyard,
Nice.
kind of. It's real backlit over there, but see, that's the backyard. And
Oh,
the grill,
nice.
and the trampoline, and the playhouse, and an inflatable pool that blew over.
Oh,
It is cold for the pool.
yeah, a
today.
little cold for the pool. Well,
Yeah.
Well, Sean, talk
That's
to us
why
about
we're
the
in a hoodie.
bracket. Tell
What
us,
are you saying? You froze? Did I freeze?
tell us about the bracket. What's going on with it?
Guys, let me tell you about this bracket. All right, it's blowing my mind, the results that we're having. So Jafar ends up beating Mother Gothel.
I would support that.
I support that as well. I think my far.
But, like, Jafar is an obvious villain, right? Mother Gothel's one of those sleeper ones that deceives you into thinking she has your best at heart. Whatever. She tried to stab her kidnapped daughter's boyfriend. Whatever. It's okay. I'm all right with Jafar winning, but I think Mother Gothel should have won, or at least it should have been closer than it was.
Yeah. Okay.
But, yeah, then this was a shocker for me. Maleficent beat Cruella de Vil.
But only by 4. So
Yeah, it was close, but I figure, with dogs almost beating Disney World in the first bracket we did, there's a lot of dog love out there, and Cruella de Vil just couldn't pull it out, I guess. Needed 102 Dalmatians, maybe.
Yikes.
Brittany, I felt that eye roll
Yeah,
through the internet.
It was
How
big.
great.
It wasn't even, it was just so, like, it was a reflex. I
Like, I'm looking at the camera to maintain eye contact, and I still saw your eye roll over here.
Man,
That's how deep
wow,
it was.
Brittany. Wow.
Sorry.
But yeah, then this next one wasn't really a surprise. Like, Scar beat evil Queen Grimhild.
Yeah.
And I think the name is confusing. I think that's part of it.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
They're like, wait, is that the evil queen or like another evil queen? But
yeah.
so yeah, Scar. I think Scar's going to take this. I don't know, because down at the bottom, Hades beat Dr. Facilier, which
Sure.
I mean, the source is beating the voodoo. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, fun fact: Scar was the first Disney villain to kill someone.
yep, and he's killing this bracket.
Oh,
Got him.
Oh,
Be
yeah,
prepared.
that's a good kill. Yeah.
So what do you see? What do you see here? Like what are your predictions is moving forward?
Guys, what I see moving forward is we have got nothing but classics up against each other. So, I mean, Jafar and Maleficent, if you look on the poll, they have the exact same pose. staff in one hand, the other one doing this. So I don't know. If it's a battle of posture, they're pretty dead even.
Okay.
But in terms of what they turn into, maybe that's going to factor into it. Maleficent becomes a dragon. Jafar
Okay.
things.
Yeah.
Now, then
Down at the bottom, I think Star's got it. I don't think Hades has a chance.
really, you're going to take okay.
That's
my
what
bet
I'm
would
taking.
be,
But I don't want to sway the voters, but that's what I'm taking.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Because I would think
Now,
Hades, but
what I think, Maleficent has a backstory. They've gone back and made all the Maleficent movies, so I wonder if that will sway.
oh,
And
and
I don't know. That's trying to pull at the heartstrings.
yeah.
and then Angelina Jolie. I'm just saying.
No.
Yep, with all kinds of like prosthetic cheekbones and that.
Ugh, kind of scary.
Oh, stop.
All right, I think that's all the time we have.
All right.
I'm Angelina Jolie, and I want to be.
He froze.
Yeah. I hope he's frozen like that on the show.
I think
That
so.
Let's
was
just look at
so
picture.
good. Oh, okay. Well, hey, we need people to vote. People have not been as passionate on this one.
Yes,
The people in the
yes.
chat
It's not the same as a Little Debbie, but I mean, come on.
Yeah. All right.
So,
So get out there and vote, and then we'll have a winner tomorrow. I'm not sure. How's it work?
Yeah, we'll have our championship matchup by tomorrow,
Okay.
and then we'll know by Bible study Wednesday night who our winner is.
Okay.
There you go.
I love it. Plug the Bible study. Yes. Bible study, middle school 7, high school
Done.
8. Okay. Well, man, be safe. And when this is over, we're going to get together in the Waffle House.
I can't wait. I'll
That should
get
be the
it all.
first
We'll
place
just
to
get
go.
everything on the
yep. All right.
menu.
Everything on the menu.
All right, Sean.
Right.
Good to see you. We'll check in later with Shano. All right. Awesome. There it is. That's the biscuits. That's his biscuit hat. I think it's the
I
biscuit
don't know.
hat. I'll ask him. All right. Well, cool. So there you go. Get on there and vote. We haven't had the enthusiasm. Pass it on. Ask your friends to vote. Send it on. Send it through a text. Let's get the votes out. Let's talk some Disney villains. All right.
Let's talk them.
All right. Now it's time. We played this yesterday, Brittany.
We did.
We played flashlight trivia. We had some technical difficulties today. Hopefully, we'll be a little better.
Yeah.
We had
played
the
with middle school
girls,
girls.
and Chloe Ross won that. So today we're playing middle school guys. So here we'll see if we can get them. And here's who we're trying to get. We're trying to get Whitaker Williams, 8th grade. We're trying to get Cooper Stewart, 7th grade. And we're trying to get Hudson Caswell,
You're hitting me with
7th
this.
grade. So let's see if we can get them on the line and play a little. Hey,
All right,
we got a Whitaker.
What up?
What's up, Whitaker?
We're waiting on. Oh, we have maybe someone else.
All right, here comes someone else.
Here's a Cooper.
Got to give it a minute on this technology. There's a Cooper. What's up, Cooper?
We're waiting on
Hey.
Hudson.
And then we're waiting on one Hudson, and we will be ready to roll in this game. All
How's
right.
it going, fellas?
How you guys doing?
Good.
Are you surviving the quarantine?
Yep.
Sweet. All right. Okay. Well, we're still waiting on Hudson. Caswells, if you're watching. Hey, Cooper, what have you been doing in quarantine?
Huh?
What have you been doing?
Chilling.
Just chilling?
Nothing really. Yeah.
You've been playing video games? What have you been doing?
Yeah. Just hanging out with my friends.
Okay.
Yeah.
Keeping a safe
Person.
distance, I'm guessing, I'm hoping.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at him. Lies! All right, we're going to get is Caswell coming?
Yep, here he is.
All right, and here is
Sweet.
Hudson. Hudson, how are you, dude?
I'm good.
Awesome. All right, well, if you guys will, it's flashlight trivia. So if you will, go ahead and turn off your lights. We'll wait for, there we go.
Yeah.
Beautiful. And then if we can get a test, can we make sure your flashlights are working? Oh,
Works.
nice. Okay,
Well
yeah,
done.
right in the face. Okay, so beautiful. All right, so here's how I'm gonna give you the questions. First one: do not say the answer. Only flash your lights. We'll call on you to see if you're the answer. Someone is playing for a $5 gift card.
Yep.
Here we
No
go.
Googling.
No Googling.
The girls cheated yesterday. It's
Here we
fine.
go. Question number 1. America celebrates Independence Day on which date?
I saw Whitaker.
Whitaker.
July 4th.
July 4th is correct. July 4th is correct. That's
Well done.
1 point.
Sure.
You're going to keep these points?
Yep.
Brittany,
Point
1
for
point for
Whitaker.
Whitaker. All right, here we go. Question number 2. How many years in a decade?
Ooh, I saw Cooper.
Cooper.
10.
10.
That's
Yes,
correct.
10 years are in a decade. We've got 1, 1, and none. Here we go. Question number 3. The 5th letter of the alphabet is what? Cooper.
E.
E. That's right. E for e-learning. Beautiful. So Cooper has 2 points. All right. Here we go. We're going to some history. We're going history, folks. Who is the 16th president of the United States?
Ooh, I saw Hudson.
Hudson.
Abraham Lincoln.
Abraham Lincoln
It's
is
correct.
correct. All right, so you're on the board, Hudson. You're on the board. All right.
1 to 2 to 1.
All right, here we go. Question number 5. What color are the stars on the U.S. flag? Whitaker.
White.
They are white. You are correct. Okay. 3 more questions left. Here we go. Number 6. What kind of animal is Abu in Disney's Aladdin?
Ooh, Hudson.
Hudson.
Monkey.
He is a monkey.
We have ourselves a tie ball game.
We got ourselves a tie.
2 to 2 to 2.
2 to 2 to 2. 2 more questions. Here we go. What is the name of Harry Potter's pet owl? Brittany.
I know that.
Man, that's a close one. I'm going to go
I
here.
think so.
Okay, Hudson.
Hedwig.
Hedwig
Ooh, that's
is correct.
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that? I
No.
didn't either. I don't care anything about Harry Potter. All right, here we go. Next question. Largest mammal in the world is what?
Hudson.
Ooh, Hudson.
The blue whale.
Whale is correct.
What?
4
4.
to 2 to 2.
Which means, everyone, Hudson is our winner today. Hudson, you just won yourself a $5 Chick-fil-A gift card. Congratulations to you. Hey, Whitaker, it was close. Thanks for playing. Cooper, it was so close. So,
Yeah.
it was just, it's hard to see. You can go back and see that we probably couldn't tell who won. So anyway, hey, good job, guys. I hope that you're staying safe. It's so good to see you. Hey, Hudson, tomorrow you're on the show versus Chloe. It's the guys versus the girls. So we'll see you tomorrow. All right, hey, guys, thanks so much for playing. It's middle school flashlight trivia. Thanks so much. So good. It's just so good to see them.
I know. It's
so
just happy.
Cooper, so good to see you. Whitaker, good to see you. Hudson, good to see you. And if y'all could see me, you're probably like, it's good to be seen. All right, hey, we have tomorrow. Who do you think? Who you got? Girls, guys. Tomorrow you got Chloe representing the
know.
ladies. You got Hudson.
They're both smart.
They're both smart.
They're both fast on the draw.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
All right, we'll find out.
I mean,
tomorrow.
girls, obviously.
Yeah, and we'll have to
Girls
figure out what their
will win
prize is
everything.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
No, girls drool, boys rule. You know that. All right, hey, speaking of boys, our very own boy intern has
Very
today's devotion. So without further ado, God bless
boy
Texas and God bless today's devotion. Here it is.
What is up, guys? It's Samuel here, and I want to share a verse with y'all that has made an impact in my life, and I want to share it with you, and hopefully it can make an impact in your life. So I'll be reading from Galatians 2:20, and I'll read it for you real quick. It says, I have been crucified with Christ. It is no longer I who live, but Christ who lives in me. In the life I now live in the flesh, I live by faith in the Son of God, who loved me and gave himself for me. And I just want to break this down because there's so much that goes into this verse, and it has so much weight to it. And as you break it down, you can just break down what Paul is writing to the church of Galatia, and it's just like what he's trying to say to them. He's encouraging them, and this, it is still relevant today, and that can still make an impact and encourage you in your faith in Jesus Christ. And I hope that by reading this and just breaking it down, that it can make an impact in your life. So in the verse section, it says, I have been crucified with Christ. Just that's that verse saying, I have been crucified with Christ, has so much weight, because after you have been saved in salvation in Jesus Christ, that if you go to the next verse, it is no longer I who live, but Christ who lives in me. And that is so true, that whenever you are saved in Christ, it is the life that you are going to live for the rest of the time that you are here on earth is no longer your life. Because when you get saved, you're almost saying that Christ, like God, my life is no longer mine. It is yours. And so your actions and your faith and whatever you do the rest of the time that you're here on earth, you're living it for Christ. Whether that's, through your job, or that's through your friends, or whatever else you do in your life, it's for Christ. You're going to pursue it after and for God. And then next, as we look down, it says, I've been crucified with Christ. It is no longer I who live, but Christ who lives in me. And the life I now live in the flesh, I live by faith in the Son of God. I just love that the life I now live in the flesh, right here on earth, that as I'm living on this earth, I live by faith in the Son of God. I live my life, this daily life, for Jesus. It is no longer for my own personal gain. It is not owned for my personal interests or desires. It is for the desire that God has for me and the desires of other people in their life. And so the desires of Sam wanting to get super wealthy and have all these other things of being a super awesome mountain biker or be a professional ultimate frisbee player, all these dreams and just all these fantasies, they don't mean as much as proclaiming the name of Jesus Christ, of helping other people grow in their relationship with Jesus and understand how much that God loves them. There's nothing more than understanding that we have a Heavenly Father that loves us, and to pursue in a relationship with Him is way greater than anything that we can have or pursue on our own without Him. And so, whenever you live your life pursuing God, and you have faith in Him, He's going to change your life and give you new desires that are way more desirable and just way more, give you more purpose to your life than what this world has to offer. And the last section of this verse says, who loved me and gave Himself for me. And that is exactly what Jesus did on that cross, is that He died on the cross for us, for you. That way He can give you purpose, meaning, love, and pursuing after Him. That is what a life with God gives you. And I hope that you can go into this verse for yourself and break it down, because there's so many different things that you can take from it. And every time I look back in this verse, I learn something completely new. So that's all I have for you today. Hope you have a wonderful day.
Awesome.
Thanks, Sam. Sam's not watching. Hey, good show today. Thank you to my friend Dylan Manley for checking in. And for Wanda, God bless you, Wanda. I hope you're staying safe. Good luck with the kids. And tomorrow's show, Bob Smiley, comedian Bob Smiley, you might Google him. He travels everywhere. Been around for a long time. Will be on the show. So, and then the winner of Flashlight Trivia. So,
Girls versus boys.
So anyway, hey, we haven't plugged this in a while, but head on over to the First 15 app.
Yes.
If you haven't been spending time with the Lord, we have plenty of time.
Yeah.
There's no excuse for you not to open up the Word. It's First 15 app. And then announcement Wednesday is Bible study. We're back. Middle school at 7, 8 is high school. Check us out on the Zoom. Seniors, if you're watching tonight, we're doing a senior Zoom call. You want to be there for that. Special guest. And have a great week. We'll see you tomorrow at 1 o'clock.
Yay.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Hope you find your dad.